Hello everyone, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. I'm VelvettB, and thanks for joining me for another episode where we are at the Bernie Goodwin Memorial Zoo. And look at that little ostrich. Isn't he a cutie? Oh, so cute. So we are working our way through the zoo. This is our little... I'm having trouble with the camera. Oh dear, it's a great start already. But anyway, that's our little Africa exhibit. And then we have our flamingos over here ticking away. They've got their cool little thing going on. And we've got our... Sorry about the camera movement. It's been a minute since I've played this, so I'm just like It's just this thing between Sims and Planet Zoo where just like they're very similar but not quite the same camera. And yeah, anyway, just getting used to it. So this is our little raised area. We've still got protestors. I've got to work on a little bit of privacy. I've got some hints about what to do. So we've got to add in some rocks around the place. So we're going to do that. And we have our little talking point area over here. And we've got some tortoises. And we do have some more animals that we need to move in. We've got some aardvarks too. So we have currently met all of the bronze objectives. So tickety tick, we have done those. Look at all those people gathering for our talk. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love that. But we do have to work on our silver objectives. So, you know, we are going to work on those today. So we've got to increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 80% and have at least 13 species in the zoo. So at the moment we've got 83% for our habitat overall welfare. There is some research that I need to do, so I'll talk about that in a second, and that's slowly declining. And then we've got to increase guest average happiness to 65%, which is 73% at the moment, so good, and have at least 1,450 guests in the zoo. So by the time we've done the habitat species up to 13, we should have gotten our guests level up at the same time. That's kind of what I kind of feel like we should be able to achieve. So I think that's very achievable. Now, I'm going to put some rocks in here. The reason I'm going to put rocks in here is like our little fellas will quite often get nervous around things. I'm nervous with people watching them. So I'm going to go with... Actually, you know what? I'm going to click on an animal. Yeah, there we go. Environments. We need Africa, grassland, desert. Right, so we need some of those rocks. So we'll have some rocks around the place that they can hide behind and, you know, make them feel more comfortable. I've reduced the amount of space, amount of glass that's going to be showing through. Whoa, rocking the camera. So, you know, I'm going to put a few rocks around the place and, you know, that'll hopefully make them feel a little bit more comfy with how things are going in the world. You know? The view from above should satisfy the people. I will actually widen these off when we have researched, not in its ideal temperature. Oh no, are you a little bit cold, my friend? Uh-oh. Habitat, heaters and coolers, and let's add a heater. Right. And did we put heaters in the Africa? I feel like we must have put heaters in the Africa exhibit. Yeah, we have. So the research that we need to do, let's go mechanic research. So it's actually the barriers. So we need to research so that we get the barriers. It must be habitats. So we get one-way glass is the one. Habitat blueprints, 2 items. Which one do we need to research? I'm sure... Oh, barriers, here we go. So that's the one that we need to research there, barriers. And basically we need the one-way glass. Okay, so we need level 5. So that's going to take a while. So if we have any more issues with the animals getting upset that people can see them... What's the matter with you? Stress, trying to hide. Okay, well, I put in rocks, but unfortunately I do have the overhead thing, which does not help. Find. Darn it. Right, I'm going to pause in the middle of a rainstorm, and we are going to... Oh no, do we not have any rubbish bins up there? There's rubbish everywhere. Ugh. They don't have that much trouble. No, there's rubbish bin right there. People are just rude and dump rubbish everywhere. Like, how rude are they? Facilities, beaches and security, and rubbish bin. Oh no, that's not a rubbish bin. That's a donation box, Velvet. Alright, plenty of rubbish bins. Now, we are going to, while we're on pause, actually add in some more enclosures and some more animals, because that's kind of the idea. So I want to have an enclosure that goes in under here and around here so that, you know, people can actually sit there and look at it from up high as well. Is kind of the idea. But let's have a wee look at the, you know, I'm just going to play while we look at the animals. So what animals have we got that we can add to our zoo? So we've already got aardvarks, we've got African buffaloes, we've got the giant tortoises, we've got the black wildebeest, we've got the ostriches, we've got flamingos, and we've got the sable antelopes. Oh my god, that's animal trading. Okay, let's have a look at animal trading. I'm having a brain fart. Remember, Mum, so maybe we could get some camels. They're a possibility. I just want, you know, easy to maintain. Don't need that much. You know what, the one thing we do need to check on is how much space these guys will need. So let's have a look at the Zoopedia on those and the space requirement. 650 meters, so that's not too bad, because we are in a really small zoo. So that's been something, this is the amount of space we've got to work with, and that's it. So, you know, we've got to combine species in different habitats, and we do need to be conscious of, yeah, the space that the animals need in those habitats. So let's have a look at the camels. Now, natural habitat, 650 meters. They don't need any other requirements. I'm trying to avoid as much water as I can, but I've, you know, put a couple of water things in near a water treatment thingy, so we should be good. That's in place. So they work well with Przolski's horse. You know what? I always associate that horse with Zoo Tycoon. Oh, I forgot to look at the barrier. Yep. I was looking at what barrier we needed. So we need a grade 2 boundary requirement, 1.25 meters. Right. Grade 2, it's grade 3, so we should be good with wooden logs. Right, that's what I wanted to know. If I could have wooden logs, and also what height, and the height is good at 2 meters. So we are hunky-dory. Now this is great because this area is right next to our little staff area, and that means that we can just do a little staff entrance off our little staff area, and it's easy peasy. I love that for me, you know, it's good when it's kind of just easy to get all set up as you do. And connect. Yes. Right, so we'll have our habitat gate. Can go there. Perfect. So, let's get ourselves some camels. Oh, there's only one camel left. Alright, well, I'm sure they'll come up again. So we've got one female camel, and let's get them sorted out. Bactrian camel, wasn't it? Bactrian camel. Let's see what they need. So I'm definitely thinking they're going to need some heat, because they live in the desert, so just not a wild assumption there to make, not a wild leap to assume that. So food-wise, there, and we'll have the classic water pipe there, heaters, coolers, and we'll have a nice little shelter. And I know I need to add some glass to the front here as well. I'll get there. Don't you worry. 1, 2. Hello there, Mr. Camel. Welcome. You know what? I'm going to pause there because we also need to assign keepers. So let's do that sooner than later, because they will need some food. If they don't have food, they're not going to be happy. Right, barriers, glass, boom, and boom, glass. We'll add a donation box. Tell you what, I'm getting better at this whole thing. Guest facilities, donation box. Here, you know what, I might do a little ATM there. Also, you know what we're going to need? media and devices, and we're going to need our habitat stand as well. So I might do that around here. And our little speaker. Yeah. So factory and camel, and no, did they group? Factory and camel. Yay, hey! Now, off we go to work zones. And Africa, 2 habitats. I'm going to add, I mean, camels come from North Africa, so that makes sense. So let's add that to that. And then I think we need to add that ATM and these floating things. Yes, we do. To there. Perfect. All added into our work zones. I might add another keeper, though, into our Africa work zone. Just because we've got quite a lot of animals in there, so I do want to make sure that they're okay. Tortoise, aardvark, Africa, Africa, Africa. Yes, because we've got the flamingos as well as the camels. Right. So this is number 1. Now, I do need to find that camel, and we need to sort out their terrain, because I imagine their terrain is quite wrong. So soil. And I imagine they want some rock. There we go. And some sand as well. Yeah, lots of sand. Just need to find the rest of this grass. Sometimes it's hard to find the last of the grass, you know. Oh. Yep, there we go. And environment, coverage. Animal has adequate plant coverage. Okay, perfect. So let's see whether or not we can get a mated pair for our camel. We've got some more camels in here. We're looking for a male, and the answer is no. Refresh list? No. Right. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. So, who else have we got added that we can add as far as animals go? I need an animal that is into the desert, because then we can add that into there, like the desert. Okay, I'm going to add Gemsbots. Gemsbots don't like sharing. Darn. I doubt we've got any Przolski's horses that we can adopt, but, you know, don't assume. Better look before I say that I can't adopt them. Nyalas, zebras, pronghorns, red pandas. Well, we've definitely gone past the peas, so no Przolski's horses. Timberwolf, chimpanzees. Nile monitors. How much space do they need? 300 meters? Plus a little bit of water. Don't really want to put another water temperature thingy in. I don't have to, but I was kind of avoiding that. I might actually put some lights in though. It's under construction and lights. Lampposts. There we go. Beautiful lampposts all the way down. Now we can see. Yep, perfect. I guess I've got some decisions to make. So how many more species do we need? So we've got 13, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Finger counting says 5 more. Yes, I still finger count. I could totally have done it in my brain. But sometimes you just don't want a brain, you know. Sometimes you're just like, can't be bothered braining. You know, you guys know what I mean. It's like braining hurts. Braining is just too much work. I'm thinking that I will put another auto treatment thing in. The reason for that is that utilities is what I want, water treatment. The Nile monitors don't take up much space, and also I can just kind of slip them in here, right behind here, and it's not going to be too much effort. They don't, you know, need a big habitat area, so I think we can do that. Let's just check on the rest of its requirements. Make sure we're not biting off more than we can chew. So Zoopedia. So natural habitat, tropical grassland, aquatic. So it needs 300 meters plus some water, 12 to 42 degrees, grade to 0.5 meters high. So that's very easily managed as far as fencing goes. Okay. Boom. And do a little shorter there. There, and that should be big enough, I think. Now, if I'm smart, which I may or may not be, we can actually do like a little staff path. Just a nice little narrow one. Up here. Oops, a little straighter velvet. No, not in a curved velvet. And it can like run, okay, shorter path. Run parallel to what we've already done, basically, and just have like the barriers running off the back of here. You know, that kind of makes sense to me. And then like another one going that way. And then we can have like the staff entrance just off there. The barrier, you know, staff entrance thing. There we go. So that can kind of go in there. And then that's an enclosure right there. I think I should probably change that, however, to wood. Because I don't think, yeah, that's grade 1. So I don't think the grass is going to be any good for the Nile monitors. Ooh, we've had some offspring. Hooray. So I'm going to add that to glass. And I think we need like a little bit of water for our friends. So we'll add in a nice little water area here for them. Hopefully that'll be big enough. There we go. And let's get ourselves a Nile monitor, if they're still there. I've probably built this enclosure and I don't have one. Oh, there we are. Phew. Oh, we've got a male and a female. Yes. Made a pair. Or they will be. Right, Nile monitor habitat. Let's get them in there. We've had these before, like the last zoo we had some Nile monitors, so they're not completely foreign to me. It's an animal that we've had in the game. So food, water, temperature, they need to, probably a heater, shelter, probably go smaller, they're not that big. They're pretty small fellas. There we go, bit of grass on there, noise, and some enrichment. And then we'll just need to make sure that we add these to our work zones, of course. The biggest thing, so they get fed. So, zoo, staff, work zones. I'm going to add this to the tortoise aardvark work zone. There we go. And then we need to update our everything work zone. So, you know what? Those need to be everything as well. Boom, boom. Almost forgot about that enclosure. And then we just need the basics. So, guest facilities, donation box. And also media device. And the educational speaker. Okay. Nile monitor. Nile monitor. Beautiful. And probably a rubbish bin, I would say. Where these guys litter. And maybe a couple of benches. There we go. Sit down there if you like. Maybe I should put some food down this way too. We've got all food on the other side, but now we've got like some zoo area down this side. Maybe we need a drink thing down here. And food thing. Not that we have many options. I probably need to do a bit of research on that, but I felt like the barriers was more important at this point just because of the protesters. Although it's been super quiet as far as protesters go. I probably just jinxed it, but one would hope. And we'll do another chief beef down here. There we go. And what have we got for merchandise? Loony balloons? Loony balloons. You want a balloon or you want a balloon? Oh, just squeeze it in. No? Please, just squeeze in. Just squeeze in. It's not going to squeeze in. Oh well. Not necessary, but we have got a couple of picnic baskets. I might add just a couple more bins down by the... thing. Okay. Vet research is complete. Woo! So we might research a couple of different animals now that we've got 2 more new species in. There we are. And African buffalo, welfare, stress, trying to hide. Well, I can't put rocks everywhere, you know. Yeah, I've got some more rocks in there. Hopefully that helps. Hide behind the rocks, you fools. Now, what are we going to do next? So our money is coming along really nicely. We've got aardvark, we've got carnivore, African savanna, elephant. Oh, the other thing we needed is camel, which... Oh, we needed a male? That was right, wasn't it? I hope so. I feel like that's right. That we needed a male Bactrian camel. Yes. Okay, perfect. Camels, and we'll call this one Nile Monitor. Ooh. We'll call the mechanic to that one because the barrier's all cruddy. Ew. Right, what have we got left that we can get? So we need 4 more species. So look at our guests are almost up to 1450, so we're pretty close. And once we get another 4 species in, we might actually get our silver objectives today. I mean, that's not too bad. I'm not upset about this at all. Oh, look at the little Nile monitors happily having a swim over there. Aren't they lucky? You know what? I should also get water temperature regulator is the other thing I should have over here, shouldn't it? Shouldn't I? Not just water treatment, water temperature. That's important. Otherwise, the little rascals will freeze during winter. And they'll be very displeased. We don't want any displeased Nile monitors. I know beds to pairs are pretty shy, so I'm a little bit wary of getting them. I can't afford bonobos or cheetahs. I can... Chinese pangolins. I know from the last zoo that they are also pretty shy. We could maybe get a bear. How much space do they need? 950 meters plus climbing space. Grade 4 climb-proof fencing. And they won't share. Let's see if we can find an animal that will share before we look at the bears. An animal that will share before we look at the bears. But they're an option. Gemsbok don't share either. Neither do grizzlies. Hippopotamuses I feel like won't share either. Oh, they do. Red River Hog. I've never had one of those before. And I've just put water treatment and stuff. I could put like the hippopotamuses down here. They need 1,000 meters. Basically, they need all water. Oh, tickets are underpriced. Yeah. 20 and 10. There we go. I'm going to put some hippos down here. How much space have I got in here? Terrain, 520 meters. Okay, so that's all good. So, can't find accessible staff room with space. Ew, bugger. Ew, rats. Oh dear, that's broken as well. Protesters again. Ugh. Come on, hide behind the rock, you fool. Look, I got a lovely rock for you. Hide behind it. Look, I'll even duplicate it. You can have like a wall of rocks. Look at that lovely wall of rocks. Hide behind it, my friends. Hide behind it. Should I add in another staff room? Sorry, that's what I was contemplating, if I should add in another staff room or not. I might, just down here. I was thinking maybe we'll do like a little barrier. And a tree. Beautiful barrier, beautiful tree. And then a staff path coming off the side. I want to keep my little curvy end though. The noises those animals make sometimes. Oh boy. Okay, little staff room. No! And staff room. Okay, I'm just going to do like a little section. Transformer, staff room, blah, blah, blah. But just do like a little barrier around it if I can. You know, hide it from the people. Okay. Ooh. Hopefully that'll almost be hidden enough. I'm just going to do some more trees. There we are. Little trees. Can't see a thing, you know. Hidden away. And then I just need to add those to work zones and that'll be all good. There we go. Practically can't see a thing. It's all perfect. Work zone. So work zone, I'm going to edit that and then you guys can add that to there. And everything work zone can have those as well. Lovely. And we'll add those to everything too. Beautiful. Now we're making progress, so let's add in our hippos down here. Presumably we can still get hippos. I will double check that before I start adding them. Obviously. You know what I didn't do for the little, what's his names? No, monitors? I didn't change their grass around. Their terrain. Oopsie. They're like long grass. And a little bit of rock. Hello. Whew. Almost forgot about that. Now they're going to be happy. Now, we need grade 4 non-climbable red brick. Okay, that's going to be the kind of barrier that we need. Hang on. Right, so we've got our non-climbable fencing. We're going to edit that barrier and zoom along here. Just remembering back to the first episode where I was trying to work out this fencing and it was just like made no sense to me whatsoever. The good old days. The good old days, right? Now, can we still get hippos? Let's see. Yes, we can. Can we afford one? Yes, we can afford one, so that's a bonus. Now, this needs to be pretty much all water, so let's go into terrain management, sculpting, and we're going to have a whole lot of water. Maybe I can make this bigger. Need a little bit of space for food and access by the keeper. Other than that, look at that. Whoa. Don't need water over there. Just flatten that out a little bit more. And water. Oh, well, who cares if there's water over there. So, we've got our water. Hopefully that's enough water. And I need access for the staff. Right, staff access right there. And let's get ourselves a hippo. Hip hip hooray! I can't afford it. Okay, well it's ready to go when we can afford a hippo. Why? Okay. Yeah, we need someone else. Some other animals that can, you know, hang out together. I wish we could get all of the different types of animals. I mean, that would be super cool. You would have thought they would do that on the final one. African wild dog. Red ruffed lemur. Those are cheap. Oh, and then they can go with all the other lemurs. We can do a giant, if we can get them, a little lemur enclosure. I feel like we should do one here. I should look properly actually at what we need. Right, red ruffed lemur. So, we need natural habitat biome. We need 200 meters plus climbing expected. And probably some heaters. Grade 1 climb proof. And water, okay, so we're going to have to ring water around it so they can't jump in. So 3 meters wide, 1 meter deep, boundary requirement. Right. Okay, well we can do that. So I was just going to remember that. Grade 1 climb proof, 1.25 meters. So, climbable. I want something climb proof. This one here. And we'll do that all the way around here. So it doesn't need to be all of that. You know what, before I do that, I want to get this path sorted. Okay, I don't have to go up there. So I think I'll need to have another path going across here. Like that. That's the way to go. And then we can have the barrier going up. So this one here. And then we've got to have water going around. Hopefully that's going to be enough space for them. I mean, it's not like we're going to have heaps and heaps of lemurs in there. That is the plan. Or it's not the plan, anyway. Okay, so that's the barrier done. Now we've got to add in a ring. I feel like we want to put in the barrier option here. I mean, yeah, that option there. Here we go. I don't know how to manage multiple habit or exhibit problems. Really? Oh, have I been ignoring all these problems? Whoops. I didn't honestly notice them. I don't know. Everybody get there. I don't know what the problem is. I really need to research... Oh, actually, speaking of research, how's that getting on? Still haven't finished researching barriers. Ah, you know what I should probably do, actually, come to think of it? I should train up my staff. Let's train all of them up. And the better the staff, the better they perform, in theory. So, 2 caretakers, 1 security guard, 2 mechanics. I might hire an additional mechanic, actually. Come to think of it. And I don't know which one's the new one. Must be this one. Oh well, I don't know. It'll just have to be what it is. So I'm just gonna ignore the problem and hope it goes away. So this needs to be 3 meters wide. I assume this equates to a meter width. That leaves a very limited size. Ugh. Okay, I think we might put something else in here. Feel like the lemurs are going to be problematic. I don't know. As far as fitting them in, because by the time you put in like the area around, like the little boundary, you need a fairly decent sized enclosure. Like not huge, but still fairly decent. Okay, let's see whether or not we can get hippos. Oh, 1? No, can't afford it. Darn. Alright, we'll check back in 1 minute. We might be able to get that there. Let's have a look at the Japanese macaque. Natural habitat, grade 1 climb proof. They like the cold. They like to climb. And they like the red crowned crane. Oh, what about a gharial? No! Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I guess I'm getting a gharial. Whoopsie. Well. Okay, well it can go there. No hippos, we're getting gharials instead. Daisies. Boo ho. Cinder Zoo. There we go. Oops. Oh well. Couldn't afford the hippos anyway, so gharials it is. Habitat and gharial. I feel like they're going to be fairly easy to maintain at least, and they're not going to worry about people staring at them. So, although I felt that with the hippos too. Food and water. Okay, food tray and water and underwater fish feeder. There we go. I feel like they need heaters and bedding platform. You know what? Could maybe do like something like this and do like a little platform off to the side like that. Oh, that's fancy for me. You guys know how bad I am at building, so this is like really fancy for me. Fancy Velvet. Being fancy. And if you don't know how bad I am at building, well, I'm bad at building in this game. I don't know what it is. I'm a practical builder when it comes to these sorts of games because I'm very goal orientated and the builds just don't come out pretty, man. They just do not come out pretty. Okay, we've got those. Right, so as far as the environment goes, they're happy with that, but we need to change the grass long. No, more short grass. And a little bit more rock. And a little bit more sand. Okay, but they do want some plant coverage. So we want Asia, tropical, temperate, aquatic. And we want some plant coverage. Okay, plants all around the edge. Beautiful. This is a nice easy way to get it covered. And hey, if we've got the odd floating plant, doesn't matter. Yay! Okay, we should have a happy gharial. But we do need to make it viewable. Will they be able to see from there? Oh well, let's find out. There we go. And we'll do guest facilities, finance, donation box. And we will do media, habitat stand. Oh, you know what? We also need to do work zones. That and that. Gharial and Gharial. There we are. So that's all set up. Just the work zone left to do. Work zone. So I feel like I might just create a new work zone here. Gharial. And it's going to have... No, not that. Nope. Staff room. Keep a hut. And this is going to be called Gharial. Which means we need a new keeper. Like so. And that keeper needs to be added to Gharial. There we are. Look after our lovely Gharial. Now we do need to get a breeding pair. So we did have a male, so we need a female Gharial. If we can get our little handsies on some, or one. Right, well, we'll see how that goes. So, where are we at? We have 10, so we need 3 more species. It's actually proving quite difficult. I'm hoping we don't have too many more species to add with the gold. Let's have a wee look. Can we sneaky peek? Get 5 animals to 5-star rating. We might not need any more animals. We'll just have to zhuzh them up a little bit. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. Now, what other animals can we get that we don't already have? You know what has happened is that our African... Oh, that's kids. Hang on. No, that's not what's happened. I'm just seeing whether or not there's any animals we need to get rid of. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4... I think we might need a male black wildebeest, actually. Just looking at that. So let's add another one in. And I think like when the other ones get older, we'll need to get rid of them because that will upset the herd. But I think our male black wildebeest died and we've got nothing there for breeding, and that'll upset the balance of the group, which is a problem. And other than that, I think we're kind of okay. Like maybe we could get rid of a couple of flamingos, maybe. But I feel like our babies are just kind of getting older. Stress, trying to hide, blah, blah, blah. So we've got sable antelopes, 3 and 2 monitors. Okay. So we're still looking for a female gharial. I feel like bongos are going to be shy, but maybe they won't take up much space. Red river hog. What kind of environment are they in? They're in tropical. They might actually work with the beds to pair. Let's just have a quick look at the beds to pair. Because they don't need too much space. They're going to be the whole shy thing, which is kind of irritating, but I feel like that's just kind of be the nature of the zoo, right? Let's just see whether or not they'll... Oh, yeah. They'll go. And they're tropical as well, right? Yes. So let's put the beds to pairs and whatever the other thing is that I was looking at in the same enclosure. And I think we should be good. So beds to pair. So that was a male, I think. No, that was a female. Oh, right. It was a female. Okay. So I need a male. And then I needed the other tropical thing, which I've completely forgotten about. Oh, sorry, seriously, in one brain, out the other at the moment. A bongo. Okay. So that was a male bongo, and now we need a female bongo. So that's 2 species, just like that. So let's get the habitat ready for beds to pair, and hopefully they need the same sort of thing, because that would be quite helpful. Beds to pair. There we go. So, food trough, water, and tropical, so I'll do a couple of heaters, beds and shelter over here. Dangerous fighting for alpha status, sable interlope. Oh, crud. I'm in the middle of this. Okay. Get out of that. Sable antelopes. Darn yeah, somebody's gotten older and now they're fighting. Right, you need to go. Sorry. What do I need? I need wild points better. More than money. Off we go. So that is that one out of there. So I'm going to create another new work zone, I think. And that's going to be this one here. And then it's going to be staff room and thingy there. And it's going to be beard bongo. The beard bongos. I have a feeling there's not going to be enough space in that enclosure for all those guys. Oh, whoops. Well, we'll see. We might get away with it. I don't know. We can hope. And no work zone, so you can be at the bear bongo work zone. Yay. And let's just check out habitat, terrain, inappropriate. Okay, well, that's all right. Not the space. It's the terrain. Soil. And a little bit of sand. And a little bit more soil. And some rock. Do they need swimming area? Oh. Yep. Yep, they do. Okay. I did not read that. Okay, I'm going to duplicate. Oh! No, it's not what I wanted to duplicate. I just wanted to duplicate the one thing. I swear this game is being difficult for the sake of it sometimes. Facilities. Habitat. There we go, and I'll do some grass in the other one, just in case they like to mix it up. I don't know. I don't know what they're into. So, how are we looking? So, bongos, habitat, plants, hard shelter, environment, terrain, a little bit more longer grass. Okay, so bongo's happy. Who's the other one? Beard. Bongo and Beard. And Beard is also happy. Okay, so they just need a teensy bit of water. Shelter space is critically insufficient. Those protesters. Africa, tropical, let's add some plants. Oh, they're not even being looked at yet. I haven't even put glass in. So... that was the bongo. Now I need to check on the beds to pair. Environment. Okay, cool. They just need water. Where can I slip in some water? Oh, there wasn't even one in there. Oops. Space is really going to be a problem as soon as they have babies, I feel like. Ow! We'll get to that problem when we get to it. I'm going to so regret that later. Velvet's going to have some regrets later. Has someone escaped? I feel like there are people running around screaming, and I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining that. Vet research is complete. Let's research. I swear people are screaming and running around. Yeah, they are. Why? Why? I don't think I've got anyone escaped. I don't know. Alright, let's add... I have no idea. I'm just trying to do my goals, you know? You know. Just trying to do my goals. Keep it simple. Just the protesters. I mean, I've done what I can. I've put in little thingies, you know. Little rocks. I've done what I can. And let's... until I can get the glass anyway, that's about what I can do, I feel like, at this point. They've got a little bit of swimming area. It's fine. So how many more animals have we got left to do? One more! Hooray! If we need to spread these guys out later, I mean, that's cool. Animal died. Yeah. Well, it is old age. It's fine. If it was something else, it would be a problem, but old age is... protesters! Right, we need one more animal. One more, and then we got our silver, hopefully-ish. I'm so sick of timber wolves. Okapis? Maybe we could do, like, a second, like, okapis are tropical as well. Let's do a big okapi thing. And I'm just going to use our nice, lovely barrier here. And then maybe we can move over beds to pair or something over to this one. If we need to later, because I think it's all sort of the same kind of biome, so they should be okay to be in the same kind of area. Right, it's a nice long enclosure, so they should have some hiding spaces. We'll have glass all along here, glass there, and let's get ourselves some, whatever I said I was getting, okapis. Barriers. Okapi, send to zoo. There we go. And our next Okapi. Hooray! We have an Okapi. We just need to now add them to work zone. So I'm going to do the Gharial Okapi work zone. Brilliant. That should be pretty easy to maintain, I think. We'll add our donation box. Maybe an ATM down here. There we go. And let's see what Okapi needs. You know what I didn't do, and I'm realizing I didn't do this, is I didn't actually check what one of the things, tropical, I'm going to put Peters in, what are they? It was either the bongo or the beds pair, I don't know which one, but I didn't actually check that they got all their habitat needs. I'm just realizing that right now, so I'm going to go back to them in a second and just double check that. And then we'll see where we're at as far as coming towards silver. We're going to have to research these okapis. They haven't got much in the way of enrichment. Oh, they need more land area. Ooh, dear. Okay. Alright, well, there was a reason I didn't put them in initially. They needed a lot of land, obviously. And delete. There we go. You know, you got your land. There we are. Plenty of... We got it!
The good press is really picking up steam. And the cracks are starting to show at Mr. Meyer's zoo. Literally. I have no idea what he built those habitats from, but he's leaking animals everywhere. Okay, listen. This is it. This is the final push. We're so close to putting him out of business, I can feel it in my stomach. Although... that might be because of the falafel I just ate. It was suspiciously meaty.
Hey, I know I'm late to the party about Emma's plan to drive that awful Dominic fellow out of business, but she's doing incredible work. If I had half the head on my shoulders that she does, I probably wouldn't have taken a wrong turn and spent the last 3 months living in an igloo.
Wow, so we have done it. We have made it to the silver objectives in Bernie Goodwin's Memorial Zoo. So hooray for us. I am delighted. Good on us. So I'm going to have a quick look at our next objectives for the next episode because we're going to wrap things up there and just see what we need to do. I'm just adding in our plant coverage because obviously we need our plants. There we go. That's a bit better. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding the right plant, you know, the one that gives the coverage. Because some don't really give that much coverage. There we are. Beautiful. Phew, we did it! We got to silver. I mean, yes, we got protestors. Yes, there's things going wrong. The bongos. That was actually quickly what I needed to check. Habitat, okapi, species. Bongo? Have I got food and water for them? Yes, food, yes, water, heaters, enrichment, stuff. Right. I feel like we've got some good stuff for them. Oh, go away. And I'm pretty sure I just saw something that oh, what was it? Was someone inbreeding? Oh. Missed it if I did. So. He's preventing other animals from breeding? How's he doing that? There's a word for that. Anyway, gold objectives. This is what we're going to be working on next time. So we've got to increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. Oh no. And have at least 20 habitat species in the zoo. Oh no. Okay, because this is how much space we've got left. So we're going to have to bring someone in with probably the flamingos and with the camels and with the okapis maybe with the tortoises. Oh, I hope we get some more species to choose from. But this is the only space that we've got left and we've got to fit another 7 species in there. Yikes. Alright, and then we have increased guest average happiness to 75%, almost there. Have at least 1,950 guests in the zoo. We're at 1,520. Get 5 animals to a 5-star rating. And increase zoo reputation to 4.0 stars. Alright, that's going to take a little bit to work. So we will start working on it in the next episode. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have had fun. It is such a blast doing this challenge with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.